यादें अजीब होती हैं, इस समंदर से भी ज़्यादा गहरी, कभी हंसाती हैं और कभी रुलाती हैं।
Khushalii, Ehan, Tusharr, you guys have a new movie coming out. You have Starfish that's coming out in cinemas on the 24th of November. I suppose the first and the appropriate question to start is, what's it feeling like? Is there nervous energy? Is it excitement? Is it anxiety? What goes on when you have a release just around the corner?
We started on a good
Break
note.
the ice. Yeah.
I mean, it's my debut film.
Yeah.
I am getting jittery butterflies in my stomach. I waited for about 8-9 years for this moment to happen. Wow. And working with these actors, they've already won awards.
Thank you so much.
It was a great feeling. Working with T-Series, like one of the biggest studios. I mean, it's surreal experience. Like to do a massive theatre release and the debut film. I mean, I can't ask for more.
Okay. He's made you all senior actors already.
Yeah, it's already a pressure on me.
Thank you so much, Tusharr.
I don't know how to articulate the right words to tell you exactly how I feel, but there are a lot of emotions bundled up all together right now. As you said, like I feel nervous, excited because you want the film to perform, and whatever response we're getting so far for the songs and the teaser that we released, it's outstanding.
Yeah.
So I could only feel great about it.
Of course, I'm very excited. I'm really looking forward for the release. But I'll say I'm a person who lives in the present. And right now, I'm really excited and honored that I'm sitting in front of you and being interviewed.
That's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
तुम्हें डर नहीं लगता है?
डर जिंदा लोगों से लगता है, मुर्दों से नहीं।
You know, I saw the trailer of the film, and I have to say it's very interesting. There's a lot that's going on, and let me tell you what I sort of gathered from it. It feels like it's the story of this this young girl called Tara, who seems to be a diver, and it's sort of the roller coaster life that she seems to have. It is, of course, about the men that come into her life, but also her connections with the past.
Yes.
Khushalii, if I start with you, what was it about Tara that fascinated you? What made you go, this is the character I want to play?
I think everything about Tara is so unusual. She is a very complex graph. It's not like any regular girl. And even from what she does, what she's carrying from her past, everything has a beautiful graph and a journey to it. Like playing something like a commercial diver. There are no commercial divers, female commercial divers in India. So, and she does not dive in for pleasure. She's diving in to clean the ocean, to get the dead bodies out, the debris after shipwreck. That itself was pretty unusual. It excited me at the very first place. Every character, I think when any story comes to you, would have a graph. There would be ups and downs. But what's special was even the profession, what she's coming from was quite different and challenging, and that's what really excited me at the very first place, you know, to play a character like Tara.
You a good swimmer? Did you
I
dive?
I completely,
Because that would be a problem, right?
Yes,
Otherwise,
I love water.
She's a water baby.
I'm a water baby. I'm not scared of water.
Okay.
And that I would say that's thanks to my brother, because when I was a kid, he used to just throw me in the pool. And he used to put me under the water and he used to count till 60, put me out. I would breathe and then again down.
Are you sure he's a wonderful
I
person?
think he was prepping her for this film.
I think that is something has removed my fear. I'm not scared of drowning. I can stay underwater for long.
Okay.
And that time, what I used to be scared, I think that's what helped me this time.
Yeah. Are you guys swimmers? Did you have to swim for this? Did you do a little bit of diving?
Yeah, I had to. A little bit, not too much.
Correct.
But
in the film, you're scared of you don't swim.
Yes.
Is what they say in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But are you a swimmer?
Sort of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
the
playing a
bathtubs.
naval officer in the film. So the first thing they asked me, are you scared of water? You'll have to scuba dive. I'm like, I'm in. I'll jump off the cliff. I just want my film. For me, getting my first film was a task.
Right.
I had been auditioning a lot and I wasn't getting through. I was just coming second. So they asked me if I had to jump in the water, do anything. I was just ready for it. I'm like, I'll just jump off a plane if you want me to. I'll just give me my film.
With a parachute, of course.
So yeah. But so we had a vigorous scuba diving training as well in Malta.
Yeah.
And we had to do it and it was fun.
Hi, I'm Neil.
तारा, आओ, मैं तुम्हें अपनी दुनिया दिखाती हूँ।
मुझे ड्राइविंग नहीं आती है, मुझसे नहीं होगा।
Don't worry, I won't let you die.
And you play a musician in the film.
Yeah.
You, of course, must have had some prep. You worked with the great A.R. Rahman in his first production, 99 Songs. What's it like preparing to play a musician, and how much of that, perhaps just watching the master at work, spending all those years with him, helped in sort of crafting this character?
I was really nervous when he selected me for the film. But then I had dinner with him and he told me, like, if you work really hard, you can do wonders. I could see you being there in Hollywood. I was like, what's happening? What is he saying? Like Hollywood, not even Bollywood.
Right.
So I worked really hard. I learned piano. I went to Chennai. I trained myself in piano, guitar, all the instruments. So when this script came along, I was kind of very familiar with the instruments. And it kind of resonated with who I am personally because I own a small piano at my home. And every time I feel excited or something, I just go and make some compose tunes. And then I was finishing my film before Starfish. I think I was really anxious and curious that when the film is over, what's next?
Yeah.
I was in a state of, like, I would say, like, sad, because when all this fantasy world ends, you kind of feel you feel disoriented when you get back to reality. And then I got a call from T-Series. And they were like, we're doing this film, we want you to be part of this film. And then I heard the script and I was really excited. Because, and the second thing they said, we're shooting it in Europe, which is quite unusual. We go to London, but to go to Europe happens very rarely in Bollywood. I was excited to go film in a different location. I read the script, it was a very compelling storyline. As you have seen the trailer, it's, as you said, like events unfolding after each other. So when I read the script, it's woven very intricately. I was also getting confused. I was the tip of my toes when I was flipping pages. I was like, what? What? Why again this?
Right.
So there's a lot of events that keep happening one after the other, and then comes Neil, Aman, how they impact Tara's life and the choices that she makes. And I personally love confused characters, and as we have seen in Imtiaz Ali sir's films, like the characters are confused. I kind of resonated with the storyline, and I was like, this is a great script, let's go ahead with it.
Right. Khushalii, he said confused characters, and that's an interesting way to describe your character, certainly, because again, just based on what I see from the from the trailer, there's not just these two men, but there's a third man as well. There's three significant men. There's Milen Soman, of course, who's playing. I can't make out whether he's a hobo, whether he's Gandalf the Great, whether he's Lucky Ali. He's sort of cross between these characters.
Lucky Ali, wow.
No, I mean, it could be.
Recent look, yeah.
He's playing one of these things. This is this woman who seems to be kind of trying to figure out what her feelings are about these men. Was that interesting to play? How does one get into the head of a character that is so conflicted? And have, is that something you could relate to, being someone who's been confused about emotional, romantic feelings? How does one play someone who's spoiled for choice?
Tara is actually completely opposite from me to what I am in real life. From the very beginning, even the relationship what she shares with her mother is not a typical usual relationship what a mother and daughter share. So that itself was pretty challenging to get into it. And then how her past life is affecting her. The kind of job also what she does, if you are dealing with dead bodies every time and then having a love relationship, it's not easy. So all of these conflicts were coming in, but it was not easy that I would say I just got into her skin overnight. It took me a lot of time. First it started with reading the script, multiple times, and then sitting with the director, understanding Tara, all the questions of, why is she doing that, why this is happening. So there were a lot of things. It was like, I would say it was step by step to getting to know her. First it started with, how she would look, what she would wear, and coming from having a degree in designing as well, helped me design her look. I had a kind of initially I started having an image of her, how is she going to be?
Correct.
And then, you know, slowly it
That's
was
interesting. You sort of built her from the outside in.
from outside, and
Yeah.
then, you know, it was like putting in the body language and how she's going to talk, what is her tone going to be. It was slowly and gradually first knowing her and then eventually becoming Tara. Then everyone just flew in. Then it was, I was just going in with the flow. Then there were no questions or things. Those all had settled.
सब कुछ मिलकर ही तो लाइफ बनती है. थोड़ा पानी, थोड़ी रेत, थोड़े बादल, थोड़ी खेत.
You know, I mean, you all are playing sort of, the two of you are playing her romantic interests in a way. How do you build that chemistry? Did you all know each other? Did you all spend time before you all got to Malta and started shooting? How do you build this chemistry where I'm, as a viewer, supposed to believe that, you know, these guys look good together. I hope they end up together, because in a romantic film, that's what you want, right? You want to, you hope that the pair will end up together. What was how long did it take to get to know each other? What was that process like?
So I worked with Khushalii
Yeah.
before in a music video before, and you know, there was a saying, "You had me at hello."
Right.
It's a Bon Jovi song, right? It was that moment for me. The moment I met her, the way she treats her staff and the way she treats people around her, she's so grounded, humble. There's a lot to learn there, and so we had this chemistry doing the song there, and then came this film along, and she's someone who makes you really comfortable along with you, and we do share feedback. We discuss our scenes, what we're going to perform, how we're going to perform. I don't think it was really hard for us. Because apart from that, we're really close friends also. So I think for us, it kind of flew.
Yeah,
you know.
it just
it was flowing, you know.
Flowing in. And even with Tushar, like, he joined in late, his visa came in late, but I think he's such a nice and he's a nice, loving person, you know. You just instantly connect.
Oh, thank you.
You're
This is the
welcome.
sweetest thing you've ever told me.
So, you know, instantly connect with
Sure.
it. And as actors, I think we all were coming so prepared, so much into our characters. I think on the first day only we were like, you know, flowing in.
Right.
And we started, in fact, with a romantic song.
Yeah, we
so
had
I think,
that montage.
yeah. So I think starting with the song is always a icebreaker.
Helpful, yeah.
You know, to start with building the chemistry. But yeah, with Ehan, I had done a music video,
Right.
did know him, the way he works and all. He comes very well with the script, prepared. He was already as Neil when he had reached there. So in that ways, I think we all
Got along very well,
just got along very well, and that's what.
Me as well.
Yeah, they did?
Yeah.
Sir, ये इसका diet पता है कितना strict है, sir?
He's a very disciplined. Amongst all of us, he's the most
And Khushalii
disciplined
and I'll
one
be having
when
like
it comes
3
to eating.
desserts.
That's
he will
Aman.
be
So my character is supposed to be like
This
that.
is
I'm playing a
Navy
I'm
officer.
a naval officer.
disciplined
And
guy,
like
yeah.
Aman's characteristics are like that. He's very disciplined, organized, somebody you can take home to, like, you know, to meet your family.
The perfect guy.
Yeah, the perfect guy, like,
Yeah.
you know, Mr. Righteous, like
Yeah.
we say. And I was mostly like that in my real life. Like, that's what you also know a little about me. And that's how I got it. Like, the first time they FaceTimed me, this is a story how I got the film. I really want to share this with you. So I was auditioning a lot past till Jan, and I was always coming second.
Okay.
I was not able to clear.
Right. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
I was not getting there. And I got a little frustrated because I've been trying since 8 years after television and everything, and it wasn't just working out. So I thought maybe this is not meant to happen for me. You know, I just got that thought, and I'm really close to Shivji. So I had this spiritual awakening.
Oh, you
and
meant
experience.
Shivji as
Yeah,
in-
yeah.
was
Even
confused
I thought.
for a
Yeah,
moment.
yeah. Even I was confused.
Lord Shiva.
Yes, that's right.
Lord Shiva. And for that, I took this trip to Haridwar.
Okay.
And my entire family and friends thought I'm going like literally bonkers and crazy about all this. I was like, no, I don't want to live here. I just want to go. So I literally quit.
Oh, you were moving to Haridwar?
Yes.
Okay.
I took a one-way ticket there.
Okay.
And on the way, in the bus, I get this FaceTime call from my manager and everything. It's a Zoom meeting from T-Series and Akhilesh sir and director and everybody. And I was like, okay, I got an audition for a film, let's see and all. But they were like, if you can come back tomorrow, you get this film.
Oh.
I was like, it's too good to be true.
Haridwar
Haridwar.
movie.
Yeah.
Haridwar movie.
I was like, I have been waiting my entire life for this moment, and it just comes now when I quit.
Correct.
It was weird. They just saw me, like my eyes, that's what they told me, like I had very sincere eyes.
Okay.
And they're like, we see Aman in you. They've been auditioning a lot, I think, for Aman, like they had finalized some guy as well.
Right.
That's what I got to know. But then they saw my face on this thing. I don't know what I said to them.
Yeah.
I didn't even audition for this, being very honest. Okay. I did not audition for this. They just spoke to me and they found Aman.
Right.
And they were very, very like clear about, like, you are our guy.
Yeah.
And you got to come back tomorrow. So I literally had to take the next flight the next day back. Before even meeting them, I got my visa appointment letter for Europe.
Wow.
And it was all happening so quickly for me, because I was like, dude, I don't know where it's going, because you know, it was like a shocker every day. My first film, T-series, songs, big, then releasing on Netflix, and then I get to know I'm shooting in Europe.
Yeah.
It's a dream come true. So I'm still, you know, like in that shock. Pinch me.
क्या ड्रामा था?
क्या मैंने ड्रामा किया?
नहीं तो मैंने किया, गलती मेरी है. रफी किंग लव्ड अ ड्रामा क्वीन लाइक यू.
तुम्हें मालूम भी है कि मैं
What was Milen Soman like to work with? I mean, he's the senior of the lot, the real senior of the lot. What was that like?
It was just amazing, like any other girl. First, I was like, I think everyone on set, you know, the way he is, and he brings a certain aura and the whole energy, the vibe was completely different the minute he walked on the set. And the way, it was just a different feel performing the scenes with him. And the way, he had some very long monologues.
Right.
But I got so involved while even he was talking, with the way he even emotes with his eyes.
Right.
Was just, it was a different feeling altogether. I had an amazing time shooting with him, and it's me and Ehan who mostly share
Scenes with him.
Scenes
I
with.
was going to ask the two of you, you know, Milen Soman is the gold standard when it
Yes.
comes to cool, right? I mean, hot and cool. I mean,
Yeah, totally.
So as two young boys who are sort of starting out in the business, I mean, is that like, you know, is that a big deal for you? Like, you know, you had scenes with him?
Yeah, of course.
Was that sort of quite cool to be like working with him, and is you know?
We shared a cool chemistry in the film, like, but it was great to see him for the first time, because all I remember was when I was a boy growing up.
Yeah.
He's been there in the industry for too long, and I used to see him like on the billboards.
Yeah.
I used to be like, wow, what a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
And then years later, you get to shoot with him, next to him, share a screen space with him. It was quite fascinating how he approaches his character, and he's always like how you said, like, we've never seen him in that avatar before.
Correct.
Luckily, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
But it was quite cool to see him like that. And he's a guy who cracks up a lot of jokes on set and makes you very comfortable. And as I said, he's a great actor to work with.
Yeah. Tushar, you've been a model. I mean, you know.
Yeah, my first meeting with Milen sir was in Malta. So I remember having breakfast, and he's like, "You look like a fit guy. Tomorrow we're going for 6 a.m. 20-kilometer run. You coming with me, barefoot?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm fit, but I'm not doing this." So I skipped. Basically, he called me in the morning. I still remember. Yeah. Yeah, because 20-kilometer run.
I'm thinking, why didn't he call me?
20-kilometer run.
I would have gone also.
Probably he thought
I would have never missed this.
But I can't run 20
asking
kilometers,
now.
yeah. So I missed that run. But I went to the gym. Like me and Ehan used to work out every day. But
1
I
hour,
can't go
4
for a
hours.
20-kilometer run, yeah. Like it was like too much, because I'm not that fit. Like
You're an athlete, yeah.
Dude, but he's like
would
an
have
Yeah,
athlete.
but he is an athlete.
I would have gone. I would have gone.
20 kilometers.
Yes, I would
As
have.
long as it lasts, right? As long as it lasts.
Jitni der bhi
Correct,
yaar.
correct.
20 kilometers.
Yeah, anyways, he would have not left me in the middle, no?
You would have taken a cab in between.
You know, when you're making a film that looks like it's going to be so much fun, I know that there is a serious part to the film, but on the face of it, it's a young film. There's a carnival that's going on. I see a lot of it's a fun kind of film. Is it fun making that kind of film? You know, or is it just really a lot of hard work even to achieve what on camera looks like fun and lightness and breeziness?
No, it's not easy.
Okay.
It's really not easy, because from everything, be it first going outstation
Yeah.
and shooting, that itself, they are on a tight budget. You have to shoot for like continuous for 12 hours or more than that, and weather, it was extremely cold. Shooting underwater is again not easy. When you
Yeah.
have to keep doing retakes, you go breathless.
Yeah.
That cylinder takes you time to adjust. You have a bad air pressure, you have great headaches. it does not look as simple and easy, you know, the
Or
way
glamorous, yeah.
yeah, and even the carnival scene, that was a very heavy scene again for me, because of the things what, you know, I can't talk much,
Sure.
but when you will see, you'll
know what's going on at
understand.
that
Yeah,
time,
so
right.
it's because of the whole action sequence what is there underwater, the temperature, staying underwater for so long, you get sunburn, so it was not a very, your eyes burning. So yeah, it was pretty challenging and tough. Those 21 days were like, we had no time. We were like shooting from morning till night, coming home, sleeping just with the character, into it. Pre that and post that is fun. That's what I mean. For me, that it was like that.
You were posting a lot of pictures.
I was posting
at
because I
bars
had to,
and restaurants.
because I was so excited to be there shooting with them, but it was so hectic for me as well, because in the morning I used to do my scuba diving training, and then from there directly I used to go for set, and then I used to shoot montages in the night because we didn't have time.
Right.
Even on Sunday, we had to shoot.
We didn't have breaks.
Usually you don't shoot, you know, in Europe on Sunday, but we
Yeah.
had the Indian crew. The international crew used to be on and off.
Right.
So even on a Sunday, Indian crew, we were doing montages,
Right.
gaadi se nikalne
Pick-up
wala
shots
shot.
and stuff,
So
yeah.
all of that. So
I didn't
we
have
were
an
like,
off day. I don't remember.
Yeah, we
me
shot
and I think
continuously.
Khushalii were like almost shooting every day.
Yeah.
So I remember those 3 days on the ship. So ship,
Yeah, then there's
like,
this
okay.
sickness is another.
They were like about 50, 60 people crew. We went to the ship and we were so excited. We were shooting on a ship, middle of the ocean, so beautiful. It's going to like,
Yeah.
there was a lot of intense scenes there. And we shot this for 3 days. We were very excited, everything is good. 50 people, slowly like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Only 15 people are left by night.
Yeah, everyone got.
Everyone
seasick.
got seasick. There were like people
And the
throwing
only
up.
people I think who were okay was both the actors, Aman, me, and our DOP and our director.
But this was one close-up shot, very intense. As a phone call shot with you, you weren't there. So tight close-up. This is my focus puller there. He's throwing up, right? Like no joking. He's doing his thing, and he had a bag. He was throwing up, and I'm literally giving the shot.
Right.
It was that, you know,
Yeah.
like it was horrible, and we were just cracking up because we didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, not the most glamorous environment
it's not.
to be working in.
This is not grams at all.
You know, back in the day, you have to understand I'm of a certain age and vintage where I know these things. Back in the day, there was a time when, you know, when producers had to make those films, because they were great, those multi-starrer kind of films, but they were always worried when they were making a film with one hero and two girls, because there was always going to be this thing where each girl is going to want to look better than the other, the costumes are more important, you know, who's got the better costume, who's looking better, who's got more songs. Now Khushalii, this is a bit of a reverse situation where you're working with these two young pretty boys. I want to ask you, was there, before I ask them, because they might lie, I want to ask you, did you see sort of a little bit of a one-upmanship, a little bit of a who's got more songs, who's looking better, who's got better costumes? I mean, was that going on here?
See, I don't know. Something like this did not come in front of me, because it's not that we have shared anything together, three of us. So for me, it was like, you know, with all of them was like
They're
in different
separate chapters, right?
So I think wo sab mere samne nahi aaya. That, but I think you should ask
Yes,
both of them
please,
for sure.
Did
They
you
should
ever? I
come
mean,
up.
you know, forget the jokes. Like seriously, when the stakes are so high when you're making your film. This is only your second film. You're playing a lead. This is a young film. This is a film where you're meant to look really good. I don't even think it's completely unjustified to be selfish about, am I bringing the best version of myself on the set, and am I the best looking and best performing thing on set? Did you have those moments?
There's a saying, they say you're only good as your co-actor.
Okay, yeah.
And I totally believe in that. And for me, like, we're just starting out, and I want this film to work out for me, because we come to this industry which is very inconsistent, and you have to make it or break it. So I want my film to perform, and if any of us lacks, it's a great letdown for the film. It's not like we're competing with each other or anything. I want Khushalii to be outstanding, Tusharr to be outstanding, because it's only going to uplift our film if all of us perform. So I don't think that thought. I don't think that thought ever crossed?
What? That's the Miss India answer, right? I mean, I know, and that is the sincere answer.
Yeah.
But was there never a moment of did you ever say your spot to check?
Sincerely,
Uske costumes kaise hain?
No, it was never like that. I
Yeah,
sincerely,
he was very encouraging.
Okay.
I remember.
You sent your spot to check iske costumes better than
No, not at all. Because
then those days have gone, I guess.
it's a world apart, you know.
I'm playing a very different
characters were
character.
Very different.
Right.
I'm
worlds
playing
apart.
Aman. Aman is like literally in his uniform.
Correct.
And I didn't even think about how good I'm looking or bad I'm looking, because see, I was a
But you
model.
didn't ask the producer, uske kitne
Not
gaane hain,
at
mere
all.
kitne gaane hain?
Not at all. I got my first film. I was grateful. I got my first film, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get like who comes in a theater film.
Correct.
And shooting with them. They're so beautiful looking people.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think we are very insecure of how we
Sure.
look like.
That's
We're
lovely.
all good looking people here.
Nice.
Like, we were more actually worried about
I'll
the
be
acting
honest,
part.
if I was there for songs, I would have definitely
Check,
asked.
na?
That
Like,
is something very...
how many have they got, how many have I got?
Songs,
Yeah.
songs is something
I
like...
was worried about my scenes.
Sure.
Yeah. So I wanted to present myself as a good actor
Right.
and to play Aman
But I'm
really
more than
well.
just a pretty face.
Yes. So I think he comes from the same thing. Like, we weren't insecure about how we were looking, what we were wearing. It was
Right.
more about how well we are playing the character.
Sure.
For that, I was worried about. But we were very encouraging to
Yeah.
each other, man. Like,
Nice.
we used to give space also, like, because she had a lot of intense scenes
Right.
in the film. Like,
Yeah.
Tara is a very complicated character, and my character is very different. Like, I had some sad montages and all. I don't want to reveal the story, but there were some intense moments, and Ehan was really encouraging. Like, he was behind the monitor, and he was literally like giving me space. I remember those.
Yeah.
I had those
of course.
like very intense emotions, and he was like, "Bro, you kill me."
Nice. I suppose that's what happens when it's a young team. It's also you haven't been corrupted by the business yet.
Maybe later in
Yeah.
But
life.
it was really beautiful. I
Then my
still
statement
remember.
will change.
Exactly.
Then they will troll me.
Correct. Yeah.
No, but thank you, Ehan. It really helped.
I have to ask about the music. I mean, T-series films are known for their music, and this looks no different. Fana Karlo is really, and that's a song that's really picked up, and that's the one I've seen. I've also seen Brown Rum,
Yes.
which is another sort of nice, smart club song. I believe there's a sad song coming, which features Tusharr. What was it like shooting songs? And when you know that today songs have become so crucial to the potential of a film and the marketing of a film, were those great to shoot? I mean, did you enjoy shooting Fana Karlo?
It was fun. The best part about the songs in this film is carrying forward the story.
Right.
It's not
Just
just
items.
it's just not
Yeah.
there. So even our song Fana, which is just released right now, though it's for the YouTube version, but
Yeah.
in the movie it comes in pieces where with the dialogues it is flowing with the film. I think that is the beauty of it. And shooting was a breather, a reliever from all the intense scenes, because that was the fun part.
Correct.
Where you are enjoying and you are having a good time.
Yeah.
So that was, for me, it was a reliever in between. And it's a beautiful song. It's sung by Arijit. It's a divine voice. Then music by Oaf. It's superb. Like the way it even carries a theme of our film. The wordings, the lyrics.
Right.
So it just adds on to everything with our film, and it flows with it.
As she said it rightly, it's the songs are very captivating. I would like to know, how did you like the song?
Oh, I really enjoyed it. I really like Fana Karlo very much.
It is trending. We made like 10 million in like 24 hours,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's the thing about T-series. They'll make sure you fall in love with this song. No, it is a wonderful song, and I can't wait to see yours. Yeah.
My sad song was a dream come true. Honestly, I manifested this. I always wanted to do a sad song. I don't know why. Like, I just wanted to, like give those heartbreak wala song I finally get, and it was actually a dream, literally dream come true. Like, I could see everything falling in place, but it wasn't a very good experience shooting the song because it was very, very difficult emotionally for me, because I was actually going through something that time in my life, and I had to present it in that kind of a way.
Right. Method actor and all you as it?
It just happened.
Okay.
It just happened. I was going through that rough patch in my life,
Okay.
personal life,
Right.
and it helped me rather, but it took a toll on my mental health.
Okay.
I got to know 2 months after the shooting that I was still in Aman's character.
Ah.
I don't think Khushalii has seen this fun side of me ever. Like we met like a few days back and all. But during the shoot, I was very serious.
Okay.
And you know, like I was a different person.
Okay.
I could tell after 2 months. I was like, who was that guy?
I have to shake this off.
Yeah, I had to. Because
Right.
it was a lot of intense. Because we were shooting back to back for 35 days in Malta. We didn't have time to get back to our own personal self.
Right.
We were literally like shooting from 6 a.m. Like by the time we used to come back to the hotel, it was like 11:30 something.
Wow.
Like 9:30, 11.
Wow. So long hours.
Yeah, so we were totally in character.
In zone.
And my character was like, had to go through a heartbreak.
Okay.
So I was feeling those.
Okay. You
intense
felt it.
emotions. Yeah, I actually felt it.
You know, the business and the ecosystem has changed so much that it's almost a privilege today to have a theatrical release.
Yes.
Especially for younger, newer actors. It feels like theatrical releases now are going to perhaps be the exclusive privilege of big stars. In that scenario, you all have this theatrical release for Starfish. Does it make you all nervous? Does it make you excited? Because there's also the flip side to that, right? If it
Yes.
doesn't perform, people are going to say, "Arey, you know, they didn't deserve it. It should have come straight on Netflix. Should have come straight on streaming." How does that make you feel? And of course, there is the whole excitement, I guess, of being sort of young actors who are going to see yourselves on a 70-foot screen. So, what is that? I mean, do you have thoughts on that?
So, yeah, of course, you know, I am very excited, but you are also nervous, as
Yeah.
you just said, to pull in the crowd, you know, you do need that kind of stars and all.
Correct.
The perception, the whole thing, which is there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the kind of, you know, underwater action sequences, which has a complete cinematic feel. So there is lots to go and see, look forward to for this film, from the music that's there, the colors, where it is shot. And I must say, this is going a little off, but our DOP is a Cannes Award-winning DOP from UK, and he's just fantastic. You know, when I was working with him, what I felt, the way, you know, he enters into the nerves of every character through his lenses is just wow. And I literally, there were scenes when I was shooting with him, he made me feel the camera is alive.
Right.
So it was just beautiful. It's given a very international feel to it, yet it has those Indian emotions. As the story is by our Indian author,
Correct.
there's a very good blend of two, and I'm sure, you know, people who will go and watch it would have a different feel altogether over there.
Sure.
So excited about it
Yeah.
as well.
Of course.
With my first film release, unfortunately, there was COVID.
I was bang in the middle of COVID.
Yeah, and my parents were like really keen to come see the film, and unfortunately they couldn't. But I'm really excited to bring my parents this time, and for them to see their son right there on the big screen. I think it's going to be a great feeling for me.
Lovely.
I might just cry looking at them on the big screen when my friends are going to just hoot there for me. I wish the audience comes and helps out the film, because we've actually worked really hard on the film. Like it's a beautiful script. It's not a frivolous script like we're just trying to be hero heroine. We're actually playing characters.
Right.
Like the Starfish Pickle novel is already a bestseller, and I think we've justified the script. बहुत शिद्दत से मेहनत से काम किया है हम सब ने.
Okay.
और I hope people go.
Now this is his Miss India answer.
No, but I'm actually feeling like, you know, like, of course I'm excited about the theatre release and everything, but times have changed and it's so scary that what if people don't, you know, show up, and you know, and I don't want to be a first film just koi movie dekhne nahi gaya.
Correct.
You know, but songs are amazing, like they're great.
Yeah.
Tara, Neil, Aman, we've all worked really hard. Please jao और movie देखो.
Okay. No, I'm going to end by saying, you know, I think the trailer looks really good. I think what you said is true. It offers a visual palette that we haven't seen for some time. The whole underwater part is very appealing to, you know, to someone that enjoys adventure, that enjoys a whole new landscape. That looks really nice. And the songs are banging. So all the best for your release. Starfish is going to be in cinemas on the 24th of November, and best of luck to all of you. Cannot wait to watch it. Very excited, and I hope we are going to see lots more of you on screen in the years to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Really a pleasure.
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.